What are we supposed to do with the cloud-based software stocks here? I mean, this was one of the hardest hit groups in the last week's hideous sell-off. Because in a panic, people ring the register. And they really sell off their winners, even as the actual cloud companies are still doing very well. So, could they be worth picking at here? Consider the case of Veeva Systems. It's the maker of cloud-based software for the pharma, biotech, and life sciences industries. Veeva helps pharmaceutical reps become more effective. It captures clinical trial data, and they make it easier for their clients to comply with government regulations, among many other things. Earlier this month, Veeva held its annual investor day, and the company told a very compelling story. But that didn't matter once the cloud plays started selling off, which is why the stock is down nearly 13% from its highs, but it's up big for the year. Is it a buy? Let's take a closer look with Peter Gassner. He's the founder and CEO of Veeva Systems. Get a better sense of how the company's doing, where it's headed. Mr. Gassner, welcome back to Mad Money.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, sure. Well, Peter, first of all, congratulations. Over the past year, you topped the Fortune Future 50 list of U.S. companies poised for breakout growth. One of the fastest growth stories out there, sustained more than 20% growth. Can you be a $1 billion in sales company in a couple of years?
Well, you know, we can, Jim. Actually, we laid out a goal to be a $1 billion in revenue company. In 2015, we laid out that goal, and we said, hey, we'll get there during 2020 sometime. And in our recent Analyst Day, we let people know we're actually a year ahead of schedule. So I'm really proud of that Veeva team. They executed so well, you know, on this long-term plan, and they're a year ahead of schedule.
Well, I mean, I think it's easy to see why, because you've expanded into a lot of different parts of a company. You've got a development cloud. You've got the commercial cloud. This reminds me very much of what Salesforce has done and what Adobe's done. You're able to replicate that same kind of model within life sciences.
Yeah, that's a hallmark of Veeva. You know, if you step back to when we went public, it was about 5 years ago. And if you look at the progress in those 5 years, we've almost tripled the number of products we have. Revenue's up 4 times, and profits are up 6 times. And you're right, Jim, that's what makes a great company. People who can reinvent themselves, they can, you know, a team that can create new products, keep customers happy, and use success to grow the business. Veeva's done that. Certainly Adobe, Salesforce, they've done that as well.
Well, one of the amazing things about your Analyst Day was, this caught me by surprise. I always think of the life sciences industry as perhaps the most forward industry there is. You write, we're seeing digital finally becoming a reality in life sciences. So they've really been people doing things on paper, huh?
Oh, they have. You know, they have. Life science is a serious business. It's a big business, $1.6 trillion business, and doing some amazing things to improve and extend human life. And we're so proud to be part of that. But with that comes, when you're dealing with human life, there's certain regulations and processes and procedures, mainly to do with safety for the patient. You have to follow those things. And some of those procedures, unfortunately, have been on paper until Veeva got in there with the right cloud software. And we're just helping people be more efficient. And the people inside those life sciences companies, I think they're enjoying their jobs slightly better because they get to use this modern software technology to help them do what they love to do, which is, you know, making medicines for patients.
Right. They're such a committed group. I hate to see them bogged down with stuff that is very 1950s, 60s. You've got a moment in the call where you're talking about how some of the things that you have will work for cosmetic companies, chemical companies, consumer product companies. That to me says that you've got a very bigger than $9 billion total addressable market in your face. So why don't you tell me about how you can transfer? I am sure these other companies, look, if you're testing perfume on rabbits, I don't like to admit that they have to, but some people do that. You really need to be able to have Veeva. You can't do it any better than the life sciences people. You've got to have the technology.
That's right. I mean, you know, this Veeva team can accomplish so much. We started out on the commercial side of life sciences, and then we moved into the R&D, right, the clinical trial area. And that was our second big act with our Veeva Vault. That's been huge for Veeva. Now we're taking it outside of life sciences with a product we call Quality One, which is, you're exactly right, Jim. You have to be careful when you're manufacturing and distributing a chemical, cosmetics, consumer packaged goods, a laundry detergent. You know, you have to be very careful about that type of stuff. And they have been burdened with the client-server processes and paper processes, and we want to come in and modernize that, help people do better work in those industries. So that's a big frontier for Veeva.
You mean they haven't migrated to AWS like you guys have?
Well, I think they're still on paper, which is you got a few steps to go. Yeah, sometimes in these industries, Jim, you'll be doing a very complex manufacturing process, and you want to change that process. A lot of that is done on paper and spreadsheets still. They haven't automated it because there hasn't been a good cloud-based system. So that's what we're helping them with.
Well, look, I want to congratulate you. I mean, you've just had tremendous growth since we've seen you last, and I just see that you guys, like Workday, start expanding one, then go to the next, and that's why you are selling where you are. Fantastic work to Peter Gassner, the founder and CEO of Veeva Systems. I like this stock. I've liked it from the beginning. They're doing a great job. Stick with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.